Hi, hello, good evening everyone. Welcome to Gradeup. I'm Saral with you today. Hi, good evening, Sai Harish. So I'm sorry for being 2 minutes late. There was some technical error. I don't understand what was it. So so the team took just a minute to solve it. Hi Avinash. Hi, good evening. So we'll start in just another 30-40 seconds. Let the other people also join in. After that, I'll start. In this last session on Z that we are doing in this series, we have already discussed the last 4 papers of Z, 2020, 19, 18 and 17. So it is 2016's turn today, right? So we'll start soon. So let the other people also join in. After that, I'll start with it. Hi Manjusha, good evening. Okay, I think we can start with it now. So before we start, an important information that at Gradeup we are currently giving a 40% discount on everything that you purchase there. So the coupon name that you have to apply is Right40, and we are doing this on the super subscription, right? So I hope everyone knows about the super subscription. It's an unlimited access to all the live courses, mock tests, the sectional tests, and the doubt clearing sessions, your report cards, and everything. That all would be given to you in this super subscription. It is available for 4 durations: 18 months and 12 months, 6 months and 3 months. So according to your course, you can choose which one you want to take, right? So this is about me, guys. So I am Saral Nashier. I am a faculty of Quant and DILR at Gradeup, and I have been teaching for last 16 plus years now. Soon it is going to be 17. So these are some of my scores in these exams. I've scored 100 in CAT, QA and DI. And in Z, I've scored 99.99. That is their highest percentile. Actually, Z does not give 100. And 99.999 as well, 1 year when they give percentile in 3 digits. So that was basically the topper of the QA section. And I've scored 100% in the QA section of IFT as well. In all these years of teaching, I have taught around 10,000 students, rather more than that, and hundreds of teachers, as I've been a teacher trainer before this, right? So this is all about me. So the topic today is, again, we are going to discuss the the ZQA section that we have been doing in the last few sessions now. Hi Ranjana, good evening. So the purpose of these sessions is just to tell you that how Z, which is assumed to be more difficult than CAT. If you look at the QA section of that, it is actually not that difficult. And we have figured that out in the last few sessions. Along with me, many other students have also done that. So we have done those sessions on Gradeup app. So today we are doing it on YouTube as well. For the YouTube kids, it might be something new that we are discussing today. But I think people who have been with me in the last few days, they understand it very well, right, Sai Harish? They have seen this by themselves, that how easy a Z paper actually is, how easy it is to score more than 90 percentile in it. So Siddhi is also there. Good evening, Siddhi, and she has also been witnessing this part, that how easy the questions are. Even I felt more confident in after doing these sessions. I am sure that you all would be feeling confident as well. So in that series, this is the last session that we are doing today, right? We are discussing Z 2016. So I told you that Z 2018 have been a bit difficult with respect to 19 and 20 and even 17. But this I have found the most difficult among all of them, if you go through the QA section. But still, there were 29 questions this year in Z 2016 in the QA section. Out of these 29 questions, there were 6 questions on data interpretation, and remaining 23 questions were on quantitative ability, right? So in all those 23 questions, some of them this time had been easy, right? though the number of questions and the level of questions, I would say, have been on the easier side if I talk about 17, 19 and 20. Rather in Z 2017, I remember while doing that paper yesterday, we found the questions were extremely easy. Some of them were, I mean, completely basic level, which can probably never be asked in CAT. Such kind of questions were there. So if you have doubt in solving past year questions, how to reach me? You can reach me through Gradeup app itself, Avinash, or you can also post that doubt on the Telegram group for which the link is just given above in this chat box. So you can reach me through that. Right, on that group there are other faculties as well, so you can just join them. So any of the faculties would definitely answer to your question. Okay guys, so let us start with the first question of the day. And this time what we have done in the last 3-4 years, I mean 3-4 sessions in which I have discussed last 3-4 years papers, I actually put questions according to the paper finally provided by Z. And in those papers, I found that initial few questions were easy. So all easy questions were put together. So here I have jumbled them all, right? I have taken up these questions from an actual paper from someone, right? Someone had a PDF copy of that. So I took these questions from there. So therefore I had to take some figures many a times in these questions you will find. But at least this will give you an idea how jumbled questions are there. Still you can figure out the easier ones that we are going to discuss. Yes, Avinash, in the Telegram group. The link is given above by Soban. So you can just go through that link and join it. Okay. I mean, anyone can join it. So this is the first question. So this time, basically, we can't say that first few questions would be easy. So today we are going to do it just like the paper. We'll try to figure out quickly that question is easy or difficult, and we'll do it very fast, and we'll discuss it. Let's start with the first one. Consider the set of numbers 1, 3, 3 square, 3 cube up to 3 to the power 100. The ratio of the last number, that is 3 raised to the power 100, and the sum of the remaining numbers, that is 1 plus 3 square up to 3 to the power 99, is closest to. So we have to find the ratio of these two numbers, right? Let's do this. So it's a GP series, we all know that. For a GP series, A into R to the power n minus 1 upon R minus 1. So 3 raised to the power 100 is 2. 3 raised to the power 100 minus 1 upon 2. And the question is saying closest to. Can I say 3 raised to the power 100 and 3 raised to the power 100 minus 1? They are almost equal. I mean 3 raised to the power 100 is a very large number. It's probably in billions of billions of billions. It might be even more than that, right? Trust me. 3 raised to the power 100 is a very large number. Next number is just minus 1. So aren't they very close? If I say 1 billion and 1 billion minus 1, they're almost the same. That means if this is x, this is almost x. So the question is asking me about the ratio of x and x by 2. That is 2 is to 1. So 2 should be the closest one. So my answer is, oh no, it's misprinting somewhere. The answer is B. Okay. It is very close to B, so B should be the correct answer for this question. Right? Extremely easy question again, but yes, not that easy that we have seen in the previous few papers of 17, 19 and 20. But yes, quite easy question, quite an easy question, definitely doable. And this was a difficult paper, so in that paper I would say still it was a doable question, should have been done. Right? And we are talking about Z. So whenever we see such a question in Z, we always feel good about it, right? So Gaju, no, it would be 2, not 1, because in the denominator we had 3 minus 1. Because of that, that 2 came above. So there was some misprinting. The answer should have been 2 is to 1. Okay, so this was the first question. Let's also count this time how many questions we have found. So this is question number 1. So I'll forget, I am an old man, so you just keep reminding me that what is the question number that which we are right now. And here comes the second question. Oh God. So if I look at this question, this is anyways giving me a headache. I mean, we have discussed this before that we must be going for the longer questions as well in Z. But this is probably longer than longer. Okay? It is longer than long. So at least at the first thought, I don't want to do it. So I'm leaving this question aside and I'll move forward to question number 3. ठीक है, थर्ड क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं. लेट्स डिस्कस दिस. Okay, Srivastav says this might be the hardest in Z. Possibly. I didn't even try it, Srivastav. I mean, we can try it later, but abhi to it's not even worth looking at. So in the figure below, two circular curves create 60-degree and 90-degree angles with their respective centers. If the length of the bottom curve y is 10 pi, find the length of the other curve. So we have one curve like this and we have other curve like this. So basically both the curves at the same starting point and same ending point. He says for the smaller curve, the length is 10 pi, okay? And for the larger one, he is asking you about the length. Two circular curves, they create 60 degrees and 90 degrees. So this must be creating 60 degrees. And for the other one, right, for the above one, it must be 90 degrees. Right? The question is asking you find the length of the other curve. That means we have to figure out the length of this curve. Right? So I know that this is actually R. This is R. So this is 60 degrees. So first of all, I can say that 10 pi is equal to 2 pi R into theta by 360. That is 60 by 360. So 2 pi se 10 pi cancel out ho gaya 5 pe. This gives me R as 30. So R I have got as 30 here. So here should also be equal to 30. Right? So they both should be equal to 30. Okay. So now in that case, now I have to figure out the radius of this red one as well. How do I do that? इसका अगर मुझे रेडियस चाहिए तो यहाँ से यहाँ मैं एक लाइन ड्रॉ कर देता हूँ. This would be 30 degrees. This would be 30 degrees. और क्योंकि वो 90 है so they both would be 135 degrees. So this would be 15 degrees. So I will probably have to use that sine rule in it, right? I hope you all know that sine rule. So the sine rule is sine A by A is equal to sine B by B. So if you are comfortable with the sine rule, go ahead. Right? If you are not comfortable, I would say skip at this stage. In Z, this is the best part. You can even skip at this stage. Even if you have spent 2-3 minutes, not a problem. You have enough time. Right? At the stage you find question difficult, you can just skip it at that point. ये हमेशा ध्यान रखिएगा. That's a difference between cat and Z. Right? In Z, you can skip at a particular point even after spending some time. Though here we can do this. We can say sine 30 by R is equal to sine 135 by 30. By using this, I will get the value of R. From there, I'll get the length of this. But I'm not going to complete it. For me, this is a difficult question. I would not do this question in Z. Right? I mean, I would not suggest any student to do it. Right? Because this requires sine, first of all. This requires some construction as well. Many of these things you might still be wondering that how did you draw that line? How those angle became 30-30? So I am just working on symmetry. But many a times this symmetry doesn't come to our mind that the angles would be equal. They'll become 30-30. Similarly, there the central angle is 360. Then you get 135. So in my opinion, probably this is that moderate level of question which a general student would not be doing who is looking for 90 percentile. Right? So let's move forward. I'm not going to do this. Yet someone gave us the answer. Avinash is 15 pi, but Avinash answer says A. This might be wrong. I'm not very sure of this. But let's move forward to question number 4. Okay, I am going a bit fast, I know, but obviously that's the only way of doing it because we have less time. We have to do the complete section. So I will be going a bit fast. A, B, C, D, E and F compared their marks among themselves. Anita scored the highest marks. So there are 6 people among which he says, 6. A is the highest one. B scored more than D. So B scored more than D. C scored more than at least 2 others. So basically C must be above this. And E is not the lowest. So E is not here. E is not the lowest. So that's all. So question is here, which of the following statements would be sufficient to identify one with the lowest marks? So we have to figure out who can be this person. First of all, I know this person cannot be A. this person cannot be B, this person cannot be C, and this person cannot be E. So this person would be either Danish or Feroz. Is that correct? A is already highest, B is already above someone, C is already above the at least two people, and E is already not the lowest. So obviously it can be D or F. So the question is asking you that who can be this person. Statement 1 says exactly 2 members scored less than C. That means C is here. Still it does not answer my question. Not important. Second, E and F scored the same marks. If E and F scored the same and E is not lowest, can I say F is also not lowest? And if F is not lowest, D is lowest. So second alone is sufficient to answer my question. That is answer B. So I would say this is the second question, which is extremely easy and should have been done by everyone. And as we have discussed before, this is another question which is lengthy, looks lengthy, I mean, gives a feel that we should not be doing this, but still, it's an easy question. You must do it, you get the answer. Okay, must doable question, I think. Right, so we have got 2 questions till now. Let's move forward to the next question. Rani bought more apples than oranges. She sells apples at 23 a piece and makes 15% profit. So selling price is 23, 15% profit. Can I straight away calculate cost price from there? That is 20. 20 ka 15% is 3. I mean, for this, I'm not going to go into those formulas that I will write 23 divided by 1.15. Don't do that. Just pick up a random number whose 15% added will become 23. You will get to know about that. She sells oranges at 10 a piece. So this is about oranges. This is about apples. And marks 25% profit. So that means the cost must be 8. 8 plus 25% of 8 is equal to 10. That means if she gets 653 after selling all the apples and oranges, find her profit percentage. So she gets 653. This is the total money she got. So if she sold apples at the price of 23, oranges at the price of 10, and total money she got from that is 653, and this is also given that there are more apples than oranges. The value of A is greater than that of O, that is oranges. Value of A is greater than that of oranges. So first of all, I know that this number must be ending with 3 because it's a multiple of 10, it will be ending with 0, right? So अगर ये 3 पे end कर रहा है, so either I will take A as 1, but if I take A as 1, oranges would be higher than the number of apples. That cannot be the case. Let's take oranges as 11. So 23 into, apples as 11, this becomes 253. In that case, this will become 400 and oranges will become 40. Cannot be the answer. ये भी नहीं ले सकते. ठीक है? Let's remove this. Next, let's take them as 21. So 23 into 21 कितना आएगा? 23 6 are 63, 21 2s are 42 and 6 48. So in that case, I get how much? 170 here. That means 17 oranges. So this is the only solution in this case. I hope you remember in case of linear equations, the value of one variable changes by the other. So value of A will change by 10, value of oranges will change by 23. So 17 now, when it is further decreased by 23, it will be negative. So there cannot be any other solution. This is the only solution when apples are more than oranges. So now I have sold 21 apples. I have sold 17 oranges. I have their cost prices. I have their selling prices. Can't I calculate the profit percentage? 21 apples का हो जाएगा cost price 21 into 20. 17 oranges का 17 into 8. This is 420 plus 136. 556 is your cost. 653 is your selling price. So 97 rupees is the profit on 556. So what percentage is it that you have to calculate and get the answer? It might be a bit calculative, but this question is not difficult, right? But definitely in the category of moderate one, I suppose. Easy तो नहीं बोलूंगा इसे, ठीक है? बट इजी टू मॉडरेट की कैटेगरी में आएगा. लेट्स कीप इट इन द इजी टू मॉडरेट. सो ए डूएबल क्वेश्चन, third doable question, which is in the category of, I mean, it's on the line. A person who is comfortable with percentages will do it. A person who is not that comfortable in calculations will skip it, right? So at this step, because the options are also very close, we have 17.4 and 17.9. Even these two are very close. Even these two are very close. So all the options are close. So even at this stage, your job is not complete. 97 is what percentage of 556? You will have to calculate up to decimals itself. That's the problem with it. So here I would say that probably that makes the question slightly moderate. And obviously you will calculate it, you will get the value of B. We are not going into the calculations. It is not a calculations class. So therefore I am leaving it here for you. You can do it by yourself in my opinion. Let's move forward to question number 6. In an amusement park, along with the entry pass, a visitor gets 2 of the 3 available rides A, B, C free. On a particular day, 77 opted for A, 55 for B, 50 for C, 25. It looks like a Venn diagram question. So let's make a Venn diagram then. Right? So A, B and C. This is A, this is B, this is C. So 77 opted for A, 55 opted for B, 50 opted for C. 25 opted for, अच्छा पहले लिखा था gets 2 of the 3 available rights. So no one gets all 3. If people are getting 2 of 3, no one gets all 3. No Shreyansh, we don't get calculator inside. 25 opted for both A and C. So this figure would be 25. 22 opted for both A and B. So this figure would be 22. No visitor opted for both B and C. So this would be 0. 40 visitors did not opt for ride A or B or both. So 40 people are there who are outside A or B or both. So can I say 40 are either here or here? Because these are the only 2 areas which are neither in A nor in B nor in both. Please understand this. 40 people did not opt for ride A or B or both. That means they should not be A, they should not be in B, they should not be in both. So they should be either in C only or they should be outside. Ab C only, so I can easily calculate because the total circle was 50. So 50 minus 25 is 25. So that means the outside area is 15 because their sum has to be equal to 40. Right? And also I can calculate this area as 33. Also, I can calculate this area as 30. What is the question asking you? How many visited with the entry pass? So, how many people basically came? Right? तो इसको ऐड कर देते हैं हम लोग, कितना फिगर्स बन जाएंगे ये? This whole circle anyways, it becomes 77. This whole circle, right? ये तो पूरा का पूरा जो है, it is 77. Outside this we have 33 plus 25 plus 15, that is 40. So 110 plus 40 is 150. So 150 should be the correct answer. So in my opinion, this is the 4th question which was doable in this paper. Though it was a difficult set, but still, I think this 4th one was a doable set. Do you agree with me that this was doable question? Hi, good evening, Rahul. No on-screen calculator for that. No Sai Hurrryy's. It is not there. CAT के अलावा किसी में भी there is no calculator that we have. Am I audible to all of you? I think there is some network issue. Okay, audible. चलिए ठीक है. Great. Let's move on to question number 7 now. Great. Thank you. चलिए question number 7 पे आते हैं अब. Okay, मंजुषा, good. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. ABC and XYZ are equilateral triangles of 54 centimeter sides, all smaller triangles like ANM, OCP, QPX are also equilateral triangles. Find the area of the shape MNOPQRM. MNOPQRM. So we have to find out the area of this figure. The bigger figure ABC is a right angle triangle, and the other one also, sorry, equilateral triangle. The other one is also equilateral. So one triangle is like this, one triangle is like this, and when we have to find out the area in between ABC and XYZ, and we have to find out MNOPQRM इसका area. He says the bigger triangles are equilateral. So this angle is 60, this angle is 60, this angle is 60, ये भी 60, ये भी 60 और ये भी 60, right? All smaller triangles like ANM, OCP, etc. are also equilateral. So ANM is equilateral. So this is also 60, ये भी 60, ये भी 60, ये भी 60. These are also all 60, right? ऐसा हो गया ये. We have to find this area. So if this is 60, this is 60, can I say this angle is 120? Similarly, ये भी 120. Similarly, ये भी 120. So can I say it's a hexagon? And being a symmetrical figure, can I say it's a regular hexagon? Being a symmetrical figure, it's a regular hexagon, right? You look at this figure like this, or you look at this figure like this, it does not make a difference. It looks same from all the sides, right? So therefore, they all are the same, okay? So ऐसे case में, if these are 120, 120, 120, all of them, now how do we find out the area of this regular hexagon? That is the point. किस hexagon का मैं area कैसे निकालूंगा? I just need the side. So obviously it's an equilateral triangle. It's an equilateral triangle. It is an equilateral triangle. तो ये तीनों equal होंगे. 18, 18, 18. Because the total length is given as 54. So what is the area of the hexagon? 3 root 3 by 2a square. So 3 root 3 by 2, 18 square. 3 root 3 by 2, 18 square. That's your answer. कितना आएगा देख लेते हैं एक बार. 2 से 18 into 9 हो जाएगा. So 18 3s are 54. 54 into 9. 54 into 9 would be 486. So 486 root 3 should be the answer. Yes, answer B. So Gaurav Yadav, I am already speaking, I suppose. Nahin? Yes, I really want all of you to talk. There is no doubt about that. हाँ, if you want to do it otherwise, तो अलग बात है. You want to prove me otherwise. Otherwise, I always want this. There is no doubt about this. And I think this is the 5th question which was doable in this paper. Definitely should have done it. Is it clear now? So, Anto Clinton, I am discussing Z 2016 paper. Yes, past year paper. Yes, anyone having any doubt? Okay, so let's move forward then. आगे बढ़ते हैं इससे फटाफट क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 पे आते हैं. ठीक है. In the figure below, AB is equal to AC is equal to CD. So AB, AC, CD, they are all equal. पता नहीं छोटी छोटी फिगर्स है, थोड़ी बड़ी बनाते हैं, बड़ा सोचते हैं, पता नहीं ये तो छोटा क्यों सोचते हैं. So AB, AC and AD are equal. AB, AC, sorry, CD are equal. If angle ADB is equal to 20 degrees, so this is, sorry, 20 degrees. What is the value of BAD? So we have to find out BAD, right? What is the value of angle BAD? That we have to figure out. अब ये देखिए AC के सामने 20 है, CD के सामने भी 20 हो जाएगा. So obviously the exterior angle would be 40, right? If they both are 20 each, the exterior angle would be 40. And if this angle is 40, so can I say this angle would also be 40 because these two sides are equal? So if I look at the bigger triangle ABD, ये 40 हो गया, ये 20 हो गया. So what is this angle? 180 minus 40 minus 20, that is 120. Now what do I do if the questions are so easy? This is the 6th question that we have found worth doing in the first 8 questions. And isn't it too easy for Z? Shivam Agrawal, part 2, 3 and 4 are on Gradeup app. We did part 1 on YouTube and part 4 we are doing on YouTube. Good, Saurabh. Right answer. I mean, such a question has appeared in CAT as well. Absolutely, exactly the same. They, I mean, थोड़ा सा उसमें difference था. वो ये था that they just extended this line and they gave this angle, right? And they asked about this angle. Rather than giving this angle, they gave that angle. बस ये difference था. बाकी absolutely same question. I mean, doing papers of different exams, this helps you this way as well. कि कई बार similar questions or sometimes same questions as well appear in different exams. I have seen questions which have appeared in CAT and exactly same question with some changed figures appearing in IFT, MyCAT or even exams like NMAT. So it generally keep happening. होता ही है काफी common. Okay, so let's move forward. Hi, thank you, Shivang. Thank you very much. I mean, you people are really the motivation for us. Next, Akhtar plans to cover a rectangular floor of dimensions 9.5 meters and 11.5 meters using tiles. Two types of square-shaped tiles are available in the market. A tile with side 1 meter cost rupees 100. And a tile with side 0.5 meters cost rupees 30. The tiles can be cut if required. What will be the minimum cost of covering the entire floor with tiles? Now this is something different. I mean, generally questions में ये नहीं लिखा होता the tiles can be cut. Normally when this question appears, they would write if the tiles cannot be cut, what is the minimum number of tiles needed to cover it? He says you can cut the tiles. And if you can cut the tiles, then I'll see. If I talk about this tile with side 1 meter, so with side 1 meter जो tile है, the area of that tile is 1 meter square and it costs me 100 rupees. And the other tile whose side is 0.5 meter, can I say area of that tile is 0.25 meter square and it cost me 30. That means इस वाली tile का अगर मैं 1 meter square लूं, it will cost me 120 rupees. Is that right? If I take that, तो ऐसे केस में मुझे 120 rupees cost करेगी. I hope this is clear. So what do I need to do in this question now? So we have to be a bit fast. Anyways, we are losing time. So to do this question, can I say I will try to use the tiles which are of 1 meter square only rather than using tiles of 0.25? If I can cut, so why don't I use those tiles? उनको कट कर करके यूज करता रहूंगा because ultimately per area they are actually less expensive than the other tiles. So just keep using them. So what is the total area that we have? It is 9.5 into 11.5, right? This is the total area, 9.5 into 11.5. So कितना आएगा ये? It is 105, that is 11025 minus 100. So it is 10925. So this becomes the total 109.25. Right? If I see the area of the rectangular tile, it is 109.25. So I'm saying I'll do one thing. I'll use 109 tiles of 1 meter square, right? 109 tiles of 1 meter square. They will cost me 10,900 rupees. For that remaining 0.25 meter square, उसके लिए why do I use one complete tile of 1 meter square? That will cost me 100 rupees, right? वो तो cost मेरा ज़्यादा हो जाएगा ना? So for that area, I can choose a 30 rupees wala tile. So that means my total cost would become 10,930 and hence the answer should be option A. And according to me, this is the 7th easy question that we have found in this paper, right? But yes, this question is easy, but it can be tricky for some of us, है ना? हो सकता है ना? कि थोड़ा सा हमें ट्रिकी लगने लगे, बिकॉज हाउ डज इट कम टू आवर माइंड दैट वी हैव टू यूज ओनली दोज टाइल्स. बट यस, कीप दिस इन योर माइंड गाइस नाउ. ठीक है, अब हमेशा ध्यान में रखिएगा, when we are putting tiles like this, we have to figure out that per area which one is cheapest to me. So जो per area cheapest होगी, I will be using that only. Because this was something new, that this time in the question he had given it that the tiles can be cut. Otherwise normally it is not given. Hi, good evening Ravi Verma, welcome if you are new. Okay guys, तो आगे बढ़ते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 इस पे आ जाते हैं. लेट्स फॉरगेट इट, लंबा लग रहा है. ऑलरेडी 7 क्वेश्चंस कर लिए हैं, ये भी थोड़ा सा लेंदी लग रहा है. आगे बढ़ते हैं, थोड़ा छोटा है, करके देखते हैं एक बार इसको. अ स्क्वायर पीस ऑफ पेपर इज फोल्डेड 3 times along its diagonal to get an isosceles triangle whose equal sides are 10. What is the area of unfolded original piece? ओके, देखिए ये कह रहा है कि it is folded 3 times along its diagonal. So this is the diagonal. If you fold it along the diagonal, so what would happen? We will have actually this triangle, right? ये as it is बन जाएगा because this will be folded, right? So ultimately this would be not there, this would be not there. Ultimately the triangle looks like this. If it has been folded, it would look like this, right? And then it is again folded along the diagonal. Again, if it is folded along the diagonal, so now this is the diagonal. So now it is folded along this. तो इसको ऐसे fold कर देते हैं. So I will ultimately have this triangle now after folding it. This is the triangle that I will be having after folding. And third time it is again folded. तो इसका मतलब this time it will be folded along the diagonal from here. So now I will have this triangle completely. So ultimately ये वाला triangle मेरे पास आएगा. He says it's an isosceles triangle and I see it's a right angle triangle, right? Isosceles के साथ साथ it is right angled as well. Whose equal sides are 10. If this side is 10, this side is 10. Can I say area of this triangle is half of 10 into 10, that is equal to 50? He says what is the area of unfolded original piece. So every time I folded it, the area gets halved. Right? So 3 times it got halved. So इसका मतलब ये है 50 का डबल 100, 100 का डबल 200, 200 का डबल 400. So that means the original piece had an area of 400. That is our answer. The area of the original piece should have been 400. Because every time you are folding it, it gets halved. तो अगर बार बार half ही होता रहेगा, so the final area would become this only. Yes, correct. Prakriti, Prashant, Ankita, all of you got it correct. So this was the 8th question that we have got in this Z paper now. Okay? And let me tell you again that this was slightly more difficult with respect to the other Zs. And again, we are getting the 8th question based upon, finding out the difficulty levels. Okay? Let's try to figure out 1 or 2 questions more, and after that we'll close it. Yes, Sai Harish, what you are saying right now, visualization matters. According to me, this is the most important part of QA. What I have felt. If your visualization is good, you can definitely score very good in any paper of QA. This visualization is all that matters. For me at least, I have seen this. If while looking at the question, while reading the question, if the picture keeps on drawing in your mind, that means you can do it pretty fast. The moment it says a square piece of paper is folded 3 times along the diagonal, so it should come to your mind, there is a square piece, it is folded like this, then it will be folded like this, then it will be folded like this. So what is left? I think whatever I made on the screen, you can do it in your mind. And trust me, when I did this question before, so I did not even write anything. Because I knew कि half हो रहा है, फिर half हो रहा है, फिर half हो रहा है, and then I am getting a right angle triangle. So what is the point of writing? Area is 50, 50 का double, that is 400, that becomes the answer. So not only in this question, I would say in the questions of time, speed and distance, right? Visualization is very important. Even in the questions of coordinate geometry, visualization is extremely important. If you are able to do that, probably you can do it very fast. Trust me. Let's move forward. So the difference between the area of circumscribed circle and the area of inscribed circle of an equilateral triangle is this. What is the area of triangle? So I can do it very fast. The reason is I know the radius of the circumcircle, radius of the incircle of an equilateral triangle. If the side of the triangle is A, तो in radius जो होता है, that is let's call it small r, it is given by A by 2 root 3. और जो circum radius होता है, let us call it capital R, right? This is equal to A by root 3. So can I say if the radius gets halved here, so area जो होगा 1/4 होगा. If radius gets halved, the area gets 1/4. He says the difference is 2156. So अगर इसका area A है तो इसका area कितना है? A by 4. The difference is 3A by 4. That is given as 2156. So what is A? Basically A is pi into R square. That is A square divided by 3. So I think we have got the value of A from here. ये तो निकाल ही लेंगे ना अब हम यहाँ से कि A square कितना आएगा? A आ जाएगा, A आ जाएगा तो area भी आ जाएगा. We can easily get it from here. I mean, it is just based upon whether you know the formula for circumradius and in radius of an equilateral triangle or not. Nothing else matters in this question. It's as simple as this, right? So Siddhi says repeat it. Okay, Siddhi, I'll do that. So some more people have doubts. Abhishek is saying we got the length of this side of this square, 10 square, 10 into 2. I didn't get your point, Abhishek. I think we are talking about previous question, right? So sir, should we attempt quant in one go or solve easy questions first, then go to the other sections, come back again for difficult questions? What are most important QA topics for Z? I'll come to both of your questions, Sarthak and Shivang, just after this. So Siddhi, क्या कह रही हैं आप? Repeat once. Siddhi, I am saying that in case of an equilateral triangle, the in radius has this formula, A by 2 root 3. Circumradius has this formula, A by root 3. You will see in radius is half of circumradius. So if you find out the area of that circle would be 1/4. If radius is half, area is 1/4. So if one of them is having an area of A, the other one would be having an area of A by 4. And the difference would be given by 3A by 4, which is given to us as 2156. So this 2156 now, I think you can calculate it from here. 3 से cancel out हो जाएगा, 3 7 से, oh cancel out नहीं हो रहा है. But A would be equal to 2156 into 4 divided by 3. And this area is actually equal to what? It is equal to pi into A square by 3 into 3 by 4. तो 3 से 3 cancel out हो रहा है इधर. यहां से हम लोग A square निकाल के पुट करेंगे तो आंसर थोड़ा अजीब सा आएगा. Therefore I am leaving it for you. Probably you can do it by yourself. ओके, प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन अभिषेक भी कह रहे हैं प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में प्रॉब्ली अविनाश को भी कोई डाउट है तो लेट्स गो बैक टू द प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन नाउ. हाँ जी, सो आई एम सेइंग एक काम करते हैं, इसको पूरे को मैं इरेज करता हूं. दिस इज द स्क्वायर फोल्डेड अलोंग द डायगोनल. सो दिस इज द डायगोनल, राइट? So when you fold it along the diagonal, it will be halved. So this area will go on the other side, right? And this folded figure would be this figure only. जो ये triangle बनेगा, this would be a folded figure, right? I hope this point is clear to you. ठीक है? Now इसको मैं हटा देता हूं यहां से. ये एक लाइन बना देता हूं. So this becomes the figure after the first fold. Now after this first fold, this figure that we have, these two sides are equal and this becomes your diagonal. He's saying again you have to fold it along the diagonal. फिर से diagonal के along fold कर दो. So this time now this is your diagonal. ये वाला line जो है this is your diagonal. So I'll take half of this line and I'll again fold it from that side to this side. ठीक है, फिर से ऐसे fold कर देंगे. And because it was an isosceles right angle triangle, so the half will also make an angle of 90 degree over here. So ultimately this figure would be there after folding it, right? This triangle would be formed after the second fold. Is it clear, Abhishek? I suppose this is clear now. Okay. So now after the fold, this figure is remaining. So let me just remove this side as well, this as well, this as well. ये सब भी हटा देता हूँ. So now we are left with this thing. Okay. And the hypotenuse of this side is equal to A. And this is again a isosceles triangle. So now I am again going to fold it along the diagonal. Now this becomes your diagonal. This A becomes your diagonal this time. Right? This A becomes your diagonal. So now you have to fold it along this A. You have to fold it along this A. So this will again be folded like this from here to here. Okay. So अब यहाँ से अगर fold करोगे, so this again would come here. तो ultimately ये fold होके finally only this triangle would be left with us. So finally we have a triangle like this. The question says it is an isosceles triangle. Finally it's an isosceles triangle whose equal sides are 10. If it is an isosceles triangle and equal sides are 10, can I say the area of the triangle is half of 10 into 10? Area of the triangle is half of 10 into 10 because this will be 90 degree. यहाँ तो 90 degree था ये. So the area of this triangle is 50. तो बस फिर भी backtrack कर लेते हैं उसको. That every time the area was getting halved, that means the original area was 50 का double का double का double. Because thrice we have halved it. So thrice we have to double it to get the original area, and that becomes our answer. So 13th का answer might be A only. Sai Harish says it is A, so I think it will be A. Saurabh is also saying it is A, so 13th का A ही होना चाहिए, I suppose, right? And probably that is the 8th question, right guys? हमने कुछ तो छोड़ ही दिया बीच में. हाँ, 7th के बाद that was the 8th question. So by even while doing it very fast, still we have got 8 questions till now, which are very easy. And these 8 questions would have definitely given you more than 90 percentile in that year's XAT. I mean in XAT 2016, you could have easily got more than 90 percentile by doing only these 8 questions. Still now I have talked about only 13 questions out of 29. I am not even talking about DI. I am not even talking about other questions. I think there might be some more easy questions. अब कुछ और भी होंगे. Let's not discuss them. We'll just close it here. But कुछ तो होंगे जिनके बारे में हम देखा. जैसे ये क्वेश्चन लग रहा है, ये शायद आसान होगा. वाटर टैंक वाला, राइट? काफी सिंपल सा लग रहा है. This looks lengthy. For two positive integers a and b, a plus b to the power a plus b is divisible by 500. Looks slightly difficult. छोड़ देते हैं. ये भी लंबा लग रहा है, ये भी लेंदी लग रहा है, ये भी बड़ा लग रहा है. हाँ तो ठीक है, फिर मेरे ख्याल से वही कुछ क्वेश्चन थे हमारे पास. आफ्टर दैट दिस क्वेश्चन आई थिंक कैन बी डन. ये पता नहीं मेरे को फंक्शन. ये क्वेश्चन लग रहा है डुएबल है, छोटा सा है, बिकॉज इसमें ज्यादा कुछ नहीं लग रहा है. सो स्टिल आई थिंक आफ्टर डूइंग 2 or 3 क्वेश्चंस मोर यू कुड हैव इजीली स्कोर्ड मोर देन 95 percentile. ठीक है. So we do not have time to judge each and every question. Otherwise, I think in the exam you can always do that. So the point that I am making in all these sessions, right from session 1 till this last session, that is XAT QA is not that difficult as we feel. Out of those 21, 25, 26, whatever number of questions is there, you will always find at least 10 questions which are doable. And 10 questions will take you more than 90 percentile. Though I mean I can't say about the difficulty level. It might be suddenly so difficult this year that even 5 are not possible. It might be so easy that even 15 can be done. But if I look at the difficulty level of 5 years, so I think by 99% probability you can say 10 is a very safe score to have more than 90 percentile, and it might be more than 95 as well at 10. Right? And the sectional cutoffs for even XLRI's top course, that is BM, the sectional cutoff for QA would be 85. It would not be even 95. So that means anyways you will cross that. The only thing is that you have to look the complete thing in totality. I mean QA कितना कर रहे हैं, DM कितना कर रहे हैं, verbal कितना कर रहे हैं. So I think you can easily score somewhere around 35, 36. Any one of you can do that. Okay? It's not a difficult task. The point is just have that confidence that you have to figure out these easier ones and do them. Okay. So that is all about these sessions, guys. We are going to start another series on IFT in the next week now. Again, we'll be doing IFT QA section for 5 consecutive days, right? I'll be discussing all those there as well. Keep this in mind. And yes, I have to answer some questions, है ना? कुछ किसी लोगों ने पूछा था. Thank you very much, Siddhi. Of course, Avinash. Of course, you can do it. You can get it. Thanks a lot, Sai Harish. I'm just doing one series on IFT now, and after that, I'll be planning some more. I mean, after that. So there were some questions from some people. Yes, Shivang, your question. Should we attempt quant in one go or solve easy question, or एक सार्थक का भी question है? Shivang, first of all, I mean, you have not been there in the previous session, so I have been telling in each and every session, do 30 minutes, I mean spend 30 minutes on each of these sections, and I am sure you would be able to clear your cutoff in 30 minutes. So in that section as well, I mean doing these 7-8 questions would not take more than 30 minutes. So find out the easier ones and just do them. It will clear your cutoff, right? Similarly, do the same thing in VA, do the same thing in DM, or in VA if you feel that no, I am not able to find out the easier ones like this, so do that in one go. But in quant probably you can do that. In the first 30 minutes, figure out those 8, 9, 10 questions which will clear your cutoff. Same DM, same VA, then go into that area in which you are more comfortable. VA hai, chahe DM hai, chahe fir quant hai. And you can then slog there. Just maximize your score in that area. 3 sectional cutoffs, if they are clear, your score would be in the range of 25-26. And after that, when you slog in that remaining area, you can easily go above 35. And if you go above 35, you are safe for, I would say, most of the courses, good courses. And if you are above 40, you are safe for all of them. Sectional is clear, वो सब clear हो जाएगा. Sarthak, I would say important topics में, again, if I talk about XAT, every year they are asking more questions on arithmetic. So arithmetic again becomes the most important area here, plus geometry. You will see geometry pe they ask a lot of questions, right? So geometry plus arithmetic are the more important areas. Algebra is not that prevalent in XAT. तो algebra के बारे में आप थोड़ा सा वो सोच सकते हैं. Thank you Manjusha, thank you Ento. Any other question by anyone? किसी और का कोई सवाल है? Thank you Avinash. What will be NMAT cutoff? Sai Harish, what I have heard this year that NMAT is the cutoff is going to be high. Though I have not spoken to many students, but I think the idea that I've got from the students, it might lie somewhere in the range of 230 to 40. Tips for geometry case sessions. We can have sessions on geometry as well, Avinash. We'll plan that in the coming days. But if you want to do geometry, I would suggest कि आप जो है ना उसके लिए go through NCERT books. I mean, if you are preparing for CAT 2021, if you are asking for tips for XAT now, I mean probably too late for NCERT. So you can just go through the basic material of geometry that you have and do a lot many questions on geometry. Yes, Rajesh. I mean, of course, we give coaching for MBA only, right? I mean, these sessions are for MBA only. There are others as well, but these are definitely for MBA. For XAT only, I mean, there is no specific source, Avinash. I would say do the previous papers. I think that will suffice for that. Okay, everyone. So that's all I think. I hope you guys like the session, right? So let's be in touch in the next week again. We'll be doing a series on IFT as well now in the next week. So let's meet again, right? And Rajesh, you can call up at this number which is there at the bottom of the screen. So you can speak to them and they'll tell you everything about that. Okay. So that is all, guys. Thank you very much now. Great teaching all of you. It was a really good experience. So bye bye now. Good night. Good night, everyone. And all the best for XAT.